Welcome back to the Hank's Strange Situation, Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
And I do get into it with companies, but I don't try to. It's just my nature of, so, you know, what's kind of funny, I just had a fan in today at the shop and we were talking about all the various YouTubers and it always comes up like who's in whose pocket, right? Like who's being paid to say, drink Starbucks coffee. This episode brought to you by Coffee in a Bottle, you know?
Right.
And which is kind of funny. And I'll try to go back to that and revisit it because it happened in a video of mine recently.
But are you
we were talking about that stuff, and I won't mention any channel names, but what the heck, I'll just say it. So he said, well, what do you think about Don Such? And I said, Such is not like in every company's pocket. He's not. People believe that, and it cracks me up.
He's just doing Such.
You would know. I think, Don is just so wholesome. The way he approaches things is different than how I approach things. Like I look at something and I go, I wonder how I can break this. Right. And he'll look at something and go, this is pretty neat. I wonder how it shoots, right? So he's approaching it from a different way than I am. I'm looking for problems. I mean, it's just my nature. Like even in the business world, I was the guy sitting in the room that was like trying to think of things that could possibly go wrong with a business plan, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's just my nature to, and inevitably when you go looking for trouble, you find it. I break everything I touch. But yeah, I think, like Such gives really good, honest reviews. Nothing Fancy does. I mean, all the big channels and all the small channels, and everybody thinks that all these gun companies have $1 bazillion, and they're just sitting here, go take, here, take some. It's all, we got plenty. It's all for you guys.
Yeah.
And really, guys, when it boils down to it, we're a bunch of YouTubers. We're guys with cameras, and there's nothing behind the scenes other than guys with cameras. It's not like
this is the kind of thing.
Or the Discovery Channel. We're just They really don't take us seriously half the time.
No, listen, I think this is the kind of thing that you have to do for the love of it. Maybe
not for the money of it, that's for sure.
No, this is how I spend money.
Yeah, right. I'm good at that, man.
I
try to keep Max self-supporting, where the revenue it brings in through AdSense and stuff, it just keeps it so it can keep moving on its own, where I don't have to put money into it like I did for the first 6 years it was a channel.
Right.
And I just want it to stand on its own, so I'm not taking money away from my family to keep it running. And everybody has it in their minds that YouTubers like my size or bigger even, they think that they're just getting filthy rich. And we're not, man. I
think that
I work 7 days a week and I'm far from rich.
Exactly. Yeah, you're working all the time, man. I don't know how the hell. That's the reason why you have to drink those pink Monster drinks.
A Monster Energy drink. Special sponsor of Military Arms Channel.
Don't you? It would be awesome. Monster should sponsor you, my friend.
Dude, that was so funny. So this is one of the guns I brought out. You asked if I brought any firearms. So this is one of the SIG P320s I have. The one that I actually used in the test is at my house. I was taking pictures of it, but this is my second one. So when I did my follow-up video, it was so funny what started it. So I went on a prairie dog hunt when I posted the first 1,000-round test. And for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, I took a SIG P320 and fired 1,000 rounds of ammo through it in 13 minutes.
Yeah, you had minions. Are those minions are they expensive out your way?
Minions? No, they work at Copper Custom, which is a separate entity, and I gotta beg my business partner to pull resources because they're on the clock at Copper, right? So
it was cool though. I liked it. I like how you were tossing it down.
The criticisms were incredible. So right after I posted that video, I started seeing comments like, you missed something. There's clear melting on the frame, which I just didn't see when I filmed the video. I guess it was hot and I was excited, and the gun passed the test in my opinion, and I was just having a good time, and we wiped it down and we all looked at it real quick, loaded up some more magazines and fired a few more 100 rounds to see if the gun worked, and it did. But anyway, so the comments started flowing in saying, you missed this, you missed this, you missed this. And then over on ARFCOM, I had one guy say, I'll never trust Mac's opinion again. Clearly he's trying to cover up the fact that the frame melted. And I said, whoa, hot rod. Cool your jets.
Sure.
I'll go back. I'm not home right now. And if there is something there that I missed, I will tell everybody. And so I posted pictures on my patron page, and I asked my patrons, hey, this is what I found. I found some melted spots. What do you guys think? Does this warrant an update video or not? And they were split 50-50. So I did an update video.
Right.
Which brings me to this. This episode brought to you by Starbucks Coffee.
And that's a special one. That's a Frappuccino.
My wife just dropped these off. She went to Costco, right?
Oh, nice.
She's trying to make me quit drinking Monsters because they're, I guess, rat poison or something. I don't know. But so then I did my update video where I talked about the parts that I had found that melted on the frame, which is a $35 part. And so I made that update video. But it just so happened I have it now, a very dry, scratchy throat. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm getting sick or if I just, allergic to something, but I had a Monster can sitting on the table next to me. It just so happened the Monster label was perfectly facing the camera as if it was placed there,
Yeah.
And it started happening. People started saying, "Oh, I thought you said you would never take a sponsorship, sell out, like ban." But it's like they were accusing me of being sponsored by Monster. Like, if anybody was going to sponsor me that wouldn't damage the credibility of the channel and my opinions on firearms, I would gladly take money from Monster. If they buy me my Jeep, buy a new Jeep and make it a Monster Jeep, I'd drive that thing proudly around and put it in every video, but that's not how it works, guys.
Exactly. If you
now I want to start. What's that?
I'm sorry, I was going to say, if you were getting Monster money, why would you hide that?
I know, right? And what cracks me up, this is what's even more funny. So the Family Express, which is a chain of gas stations here in my area, the guy that sells me the Monsters in the morning is a fan of the channel. It took me like 3 months to realize that when he got hired there, he was like overly nice to me. And then one day he goes, "Hey man, what do you think I should use for a carry gun?" I'm like, "What?" And I said, "Well, I personally carry a CZ, P01 compact." He goes, "Yeah, I know. I follow your channel." So for like 3 months, the guy hid it from me, right? But he had been selling me these Monsters since he started working there because he sees me come in every morning and get one. It's my cup of coffee, right? And so I started laughing, and I said, "Did you see the comments in that last video?" And he was laughing. He's like, "Yeah, man, you ought to put me on the channel basically to tell everybody this is the guy you buy him from."
Yeah, exactly. I bet you he wishes there was some money in it, like a bonus.
Yeah, man, I'd take a Monster pickup truck or something. I'd drive it around and Monster. But
yeah,
then they'll find out 10 years from now it causes cancer in rats, and then I'd feel really bad. So I can't. Yeah. My wife and everybody tells me to quit drinking it because it's like, I guess it's really bad for you. I don't know. But everybody has a story.
You shoot guns, so there's going to be lots of things that are going to go wrong. I mean, you're
going
to lose your hearing.
Well, even I think it was my father-in-law. Somebody said that they found, like, at the steel mills here, there's this guy that was like the very epitome of health, right? Big muscle-bound guy. And they found him dead in the cafeteria, and he had drank 2 Monster drinks that morning, and he had a heart attack. Wow. And they blamed it on the Monster, right? Yeah. The guy probably drank 2 Monsters a day for life. But it was the Monsters that caused his heart to give out on him, I guess.